And then I said, that's the wrong hole, Professor.
That was your cold open.
That was my... Oh, that wasn't a cold open.
Sorry, very hot, steamy open.
Hot, steamy open.
So we're doing a sexy episode today.
We're doing a very sexy episode.
Ooh, sexy tea review.
We've got more of your
show.
junk questions lined up.
I thought you were going to say junk, because we've got...
You're speaking in the side of your microphone. I can't work in these conditions.
What do you want me to... Where? What am I doing?
You speak into the front bit of the microphone.
Yeah, I can't move it anymore unless I stand like this.
No.
Like
Look at that. Wow. I've immediately solved your problems.
It's far away from my mouth now, though. I have to lean forward like a little
freak. You'll be far away from your mouth in a minute. I'm going to cut it off.
I'm about to say, what are you going to do?
Sexy
tea review.
Today, we've got some of your questions lined up, along with deliveries that people have sent us for some reason. You don't have to send us things.
You cut me off when I was going to bring up the deliveries, and you were like, oh, you're not talking in the mic right. You're so whiny.
I can't. I'm not working in these conditions.
Would you like to see the tea we're having today?
I want a pay rise. Yeah, okay.
You want a pay rise? We're not getting anyone from this fucking channel.
You're telling me you've got the camera too. Oh my god.
You were the one that moved the mic.
It's just so unprofessional. Just show the tea.
Genuinely, this is what I fucking live with. Right. We're having the one that was sent to us the other day, the vampire juice.
Vampire juice.
Because it's an oolong tea, it just says on their description to boil. But I know generally oolong tea, you don't boil unless it's like dark, and even then you want it 95. Okay, you moving the mic again? I told you I needed it at a different place. So I did it at 80 degrees because it looks like a light oolong. Anyway, I'm quite excited to try this.
Are we ripping it fresh?
Yeah, well, it was already poured, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it tastes like a Hubba Bubba.
Wow, that has some serious notes of very, very frontal assault. Immediately, I'm taken to a world of castles and buttresses.
Did you read what the flavours were?
Vampire juice, yeah. I'm taken to a Transylvanian castle with buttresses and machicolations.
And lychees.
And lychee? Yeah.
It's cherry and lychee
They don't
flavour.
have many No, I was going to get there.
And hibiscus and raspberry.
Oh, for God's sake. All my favourite Transylvanian flavours.
It's supposed to just make it look a little red, I think.
On the front palate, I can taste...
It's really nice.
a longing for power, ancient and complex. And then in the back and on the nose, I get the feeling of blood and juice, vampires and juice. I get the flavour of vampires and juice. I'd highly recommend this tea. We're positive this season. Remember?
I was saying nice things about the tea that were like real, and you were being a weirdo.
No, that's real. That's all real.
Anyway, yeah,
and it doesn't. Sorry, it does not taste like hot leaf water. And if I dare see anybody say that in the comments, you'll be banned. I will ban you and report you to the police. Fuck off.
Mabel wanted to play with a toy that was at
the dog put a strawberry under my foot.
Yeah, I'd recommend doing it at 80 degrees if you buy this tea. I think that if you did it at 95, it would be bitter.
Like you.
Just like me.
Bitter.
I'm only bitter because you're a dick.
I'm not a dick. I'm cool as hell.
You're cool as hell. You're like, oh, you moved the microphone.
13-year-olds on YouTube think I'm cool.
Cool. Good for them.
So that means I'm cool.
Do you want to open up with the throne stuff first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay,
right.
We've had 3 things. I've left them in the packaging, but I'm going to open them off camera for obvious reasons.
Here we go. I don't know what these are, by the way.
This one, the dogs tried to break into. They took it down for like a minute while I was upstairs.
Good lord.
Yeah.
This is exciting then. Is it kibble?
It's chili green tea.
Chili green tea? Oh, wowee. Thank you, kind viewer.
No, I think it's just chill. Sakura green.
Chill tea. Oh, you just read it wrong.
Yeah.
Stupid. Can I have a look at the tea?
Yeah, sure.
Hand it over. Hand it to me.
While you look at that, I'm going to go and grab the other stuff.
Chill tea. Oh, there it is. Japanese green tea from Tokyo since 2018. I think Tokyo's been around longer than that. The flavored tea series. It's a Sakura green tea. We're going to be whisked to a land of anime and magic. I can't wait to we'll put that there.
We've had two teas that are like, one's by the anime and tea lovers.
Oh, yeah.
And that one's by Japanese people.
You think there's some sort of Venn diagram crossover with our audience, perhaps?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
And me as well.
I can't wait to see what this one is.
So this one is...
What the fuck is that?
You know Biscuits for Piss?
Yeah.
They bought these for your moderators.
Premium charcoal. What the hell even is that?
Yep.
Charcoal cobs?
So it's cereals, minerals, charcoal oils, and fat.
What?
Put that to the side, and I'll give some to the dogs later.
What is that? What it is? Wait, no, you've gone over that. I don't even know what it is.
It's just dog treats.
Oh, it's just dog treats.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't know what those are?
I don't know what those are.
You never had cheap dog treats in your house, bro?
Bro, if you said to me charcoal cobs, I think, oh, what's that? Like a Rimworld character?
It says petting on the top. Who do you think this petting is for?
Rah, petting.
What do you think it
Hell
is,
yeah.
petting?
All right, okay.
It's for the doggies.
Okay, it's for the
Our
doggies.
lovely children.
It's for the doggies.
This was one for you.
Oh, okay. Me.
Turn around.
Okay.
You want to see this in its full
All right,
glory.
I'm ready. Oh, it's like Christmas.
For the audience, here it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god, it's Garrus from Mass Effect. Wowie, my favorite boy. I actually just got him as God Garrus in Mass Effect 3. What do you think of that? You impressed?
Oh, I'm so impressed.
Oh,
Right,
thank you.
I'm going to give the dogs some treats. Dogs?
I'll put little Garrus up on my shelf. Thank you for the kind Garrus. Have they only done two Mass Effect? And they did Commander Shepard and Garrus. That's surprising.
That's because they're the best
What's a
ones.
Tobbs? Is it a duck?
It's the duck ones, yeah.
He's a duck.
Yeah.
But Garrus is already a bird in the game.
Well, there's double up then.
This could be like incredibly racist. Thank you for the Garrus.
I was going to call it meta, but yeah, racist as well.
That's sick. And it won't make me gain 3 stone when I smash all 4 packets of Jaffa cakes in 2 seconds flat.
I feel really bad for you moderators that we keep on eating / giving our dogs all of their biscuits.
If they don't like it, they could work harder and I'd let them out.
The thing is, because Mabel doesn't leave any crumbs for them.
No.
That's already gone.
Oh, no. You're not getting anything from these two.
No, they're the hungriest animals
Shall
of all time.
Shall I put Garrus on the scene?
Yeah, put
Shall I
Garrus
unbox
in there.
Garrus and put him out?
Yeah, get him out. We still do have we still have all of the old stuff from the set upstairs.
I've all the stuff from the set.
Like we used to have around the table,
Oh.
like Padme.
I was going to say all the throne stuff people sent in the first wave, and then the camera blew up, so I couldn't open any of it.
Yeah.
I've got all of that in a box.
Oh yeah.
So
in
we'll
your
bring
garage,
those
yeah.
down to review, including some beautiful clothes people have bought. Really beautiful
And a
stuff.
wonderful necklace.
A wonderful necklace, and actually something we definitely can't show. It's an anal douche.
It is an anal douche.
We can't show that.
But we did get one.
But thank you.
It's in the box.
Extensively used, but clearly hasn't helped given how full of shit you are.
Ho ho ho! Comedy. It's assuming I'd be the one using
Look,
it.
it's Garrus from Mass Effect. Do you
It's
know him?
actually kind of a good duck.
Do you know Mass Effect Garrus?
I know nothing about Mass Effect.
Mass Effect Garrus.
I only know about the Uncanny Valley facial animations and you whining about it.
He has a sniper rifle and he shoots things.
Yeah?
He's Garrus.
He's Garrus.
Garrus
He looks like Vegeta with
Garrus
that hair.
Garrus Volcanian, and he's a bird man from Bird Planet.
Uh-huh. He's Falco.
He's
He's
Falco, yeah.
I understand now. It makes sense.
Captain Falco.
Captain Falco.
Shall I open up
Some emails.
I've pre-vetted some more emails from our stash of hundreds of emails, ready to deliver some steaming hot wisdom on this sexy. Thank God we got Garrus for sexy tea review today.
That's true. Sexy tea review. We should have brought Padme down. She's upstairs.
So, our first question comes from Korgra. Do you know of Korgra in Discord?
Are they on the Patreon?
Yes,
I've seen their name a lot on
correct.
the Patreon.
Hello, Elise and Samuel. I'm
Hi.
going to be an adult in a month's time, and I'm kind of uncertain about what's going on anymore. I will say I'm from America, God bless. So I know this might not apply to everyone, but I don't know. Ever since 2022, everything that I thought I knew has changed, and I'm not quite sure where we're going or going into the creative arts has been a monster. Love your Rimworld videos. They're some of the few things keeping me sane right now. I believe I started with Egypt, and the one that was ongoing was on Rimworld. Very good. That's OG.
OG.
Well, it's not really. I feels like it was.
Was it Jer-Egypt that they talked
Jer-Egypt,
about?
that's right.
Jer-Egypt.
Yeah.
I know some of the law.
That was like last house.
Yes.
But it wasn't the beginning.
No.
So it feels like a long time ago. But it actually, I probably look at it, it was like 3 months ago or something.
It's probably about 3 years ago. That
Korgra?
feels weird.
I can offer you some incredible advice.
Oh,
you say you
God.
don't know what's going on as an adult. The truth is, no one does.
You know what? I actually agree with you. And you're not gonna like that I'm bringing this guy up, but Tom Scar actually talked about this once because when he hates Tom Scar for no reason. When he asked his mum when he was a kid, like, do you feel like an adult? And his mum was like, yeah. And then now he's an adult. He's like, she must have been lying to me.
Yeah.
Because it's just not. You don't. become like you mature more as time goes on, but you just do the things you have to. That's it. You just do what you have to do. You can become confident in those things over time, but like, I don't think you ever feel secure as an adult.
Just do take every day as it comes. You just power through it. No one knows what they're doing. Anybody who does think that they know what they're doing are the people who are always...
The ones that are too confident, yeah.
They're always broadsided if something weird comes up that they didn't schedule or plan for. I've seen that a lot in people. Like, I went to uni. In fact, I lived with a girl who was like that. You know which one, I think. You can possibly guess.
I could probably guess.
She was super scheduley, like the type of person who would keep mementos and post-it notes and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
But if something slightly off the schedule happened, that was it.
It was like a meltdown.
Full-on panic mode, basically. So I think that I think we also are currently in a world, speaking of Tom Scar's mum, who I'm very well acquainted with, we do also exist in a world where there's a lot more that is presented for you to be worried about. Right? There's a lot of things that you might think you have to be worried about, but quite frankly, never is relevant. And I think the only way you'll ever realize that is just age. Every time you think, yeah, I know everything now, you'll probably in 10 years' time look back and say, wow, I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I mean, I've had this conversation with Sam various times throughout the years, but like the difference between you at 18 versus you at 21 versus you at 20, even 23, they're all going to be different people.
For sure.
And you're going to evolve, especially if you want to, right? If you decide to stay stuck in your ways, which, you know, that's kind of a generational divide we kind of have. Where, like, for instance, my grandparents, we took them to a restaurant place and we were like, where do you want to go? Do you want to go and get a burger? Or do you want to go and try some South American food? And they were like, let's go for a burger. That's scary.
Or is there not a fish and chips place?
It's genuinely, like, while people our age are more likely to experiment, you know, do different things that they haven't necessarily done before. Sam had his first Korean barbecue the other day, and it was a good experience. I think it's one of those that, because we are a generation that is willing to experiment a bit more and learn and grow a bit more.
We're interconnected
more. So yeah, as time goes on, you're going to become a different person, and the world will too. And, you know, I'm not going to say that it's like an adapt or die situation. Everyone kind of, you know, figures it out as much as they can.
Well, I don't think people do figure out. I think people are just very good at rolling with the punches.
I mean, yeah, I'll say that.
And I think that's the best skill to have, is you don't have to have everything down to a T.
No.
There are some things that you can forget about, but as long as you can deal with it when it comes up, that's fine. That's like a perfectly fine way to live your life.
I would say that for all the piss taking I do about my parents on this channel, like, they were constantly, you know, pushing back the tide of life, right, as time went on, and they consistently overcame it as young people, and they were young people. So it is, you will learn maybe resilience. It's a good thing to learn. I think resilience is the one thing.
But you're not going to learn it at 18.
You're not going to learn it at 18.
Or 19 or 20 or 21 or 22
I would say that
23.
you probably think you're pretty cool right now, or like, and maybe not cool, but you might think you're smart, and then you get older and you're like, oh, that kid was stupid. Oh no.
I don't trust anybody who thinks they know stuff. I'm sorry. I'm like I find this more and more. Even qualified experts, right? You find that they're very good in a particular subject, but then with everything else, they're dreadful. And I'd like to give an incredible example for that. That man who's the chaser, Mark Labette, the Beast.
I thought you were going to bring up Dexter.
Okay, Dexter.
Dexter with his Alison Hammond meltdown in the server.
Dexter, who I will frequently always refer to as high intelligence, low wisdom build. That man is incredibly good.
He's really good at his job.
At a very particular thing. But then, like, he's also fighting the giant mole in RuneScape and taking 45 minutes, refusing to eat the food that will make it go faster. And then he's like, well, I only get 20 minutes to play every day, so I just can't fight the mole. This is self-inflicted. Yeah, he hasn't got the foresight or the elbow grease to realize what's going on here, Dexter Feldo. We're not having this conversation again, Dexter Feldo. You are your own worst enemy. But hey, listen, if that's how he wants to do it, that's how he wants to do it. What I was going to say is, the guy from The Chase,
the Beast,
right?
Yeah.
Very intelligent man.
Great general knowledge.
The general knowledge sense, right? He has a very broad knowledge of it. He's one of the country's top quizzes, right? You put him on a dating show.
Oh no.
And it's like watching a toddler
interpersonal,
trying to communicate, trying to have a conversation, trying to get their point across. Just relating on a day-to-day basis with someone seems a borderline impossibility for him. And you see that a lot, I think, with like experts especially, where they'll be very, very good at a particular thing and then junk at like a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, it's often especially with neurodivergence, which that kind of almost reads as, but it could just be that he just doesn't get out much.
No, I'm not saying about neurodivergence specifically.
No, I'm not saying.
Just to clarify.
I'm not saying you're calling out neurodivergent.
No, of course not.
But I am saying that when you are neurodivergent, you are more likely to be like really into certain things.
But I'm just talking very generally. That people seem very, very, very good at one thing, and that might be all you see of them, right?
Yeah.
That people present as very, on the surface, he looks like an incredibly intelligent man, and then you see something else about it. And that's how a lot of people are going to present themselves. And all these adults who are like, oh, I'm an adult, or whatever it was that woman said that you mentioned earlier, maybe she was just very good at personal management, finances, or something like that. But then all the rest of the life that you don't see is falling apart. You don't know what's going on in our real life. We could turn the camera off and start fist fighting straight away.
And that's what we do, actually. Yeah.
I did body slam you the other day.
You did body slam me.
Have we already mentioned that?
No, I told who was it that I told? It was Tom, right? No, was it Tom?
Yeah, I think it was probably Dexter Feldon.
It was somebody in a call or in real life, but
Yeah.
I find it hard to differentiate these days. I've got brain fog. But yeah, Sam grabbed me, picked me up. I was screaming bloody murder, and then he like body slams me on the ground. Obviously, it doesn't hurt, but he's like,
no, I'm not a monster.
he's not a monster. But dogs are downstairs whining because they think I'm dying.
I just got to keep you on your toes, you know?
He just randomly does stuff like
If you're
that.
walking through the house, you just got to be prepared.
I was like living my life, and you run towards me like a fucking baboon. I was like, oh no, I'm
You never
dying.
know when
I'm gonna
danger's
die.
gonna strike.
I'm gonna die. But yeah, so Sam body slams
That's
me.
what I'm saying. You can never be prepared enough.
I will say one thing that you shouldn't lose as an adult, and I think a lot of people do, especially when they've got more responsibilities, and especially when you become a parent, it's the stereotype. You stop losing your whimsy and your fun that you have in your life.
Okay, I got to argue with you on this.
Yeah?
I don't think people lose their sense of whimsy and fun. I think they have it beaten out of them.
I agree.
With the rat race, or with kids. Mainly kids. Okay, it's 90% of the time it's them having kids. They lose all their wonder and their whimsy and their charm. And then become the bitter, terrible parents that they shouldn't be.
Well, I wasn't even going to bring up the bitter stuff. I know you're taking the piss. Your mama doesn't have hobbies. She doesn't have hobbies anymore.
She has... Yeah, but it's hard, I think, when you're an adult. She does have hobbies, but it's like...
Well, my nana doesn't have hobbies, you know, because my grandma before, like when she first had my dad and my uncle, she was still a professional dancer, and as time went on and they got older, she stopped doing these things that they enjoyed. Like at least nana still knits and still makes stuff, but grandma doesn't do anything anymore.
Having hobbies is also very time consuming.
It is.
What hobbies have I got right now?
I mean, that's true. But, like, when I say hobbies, like, you've still got your things you're interested in. You still play Magic with us, like, and have your stuff. Mabel and Brie make you leave the house. But we still have our Lego. We still have, like, all of our collectibles that we've got. We have stuff we're interested in. We have this problem at Christmas where we've got a Secret Santa with your family. They're not watching this episode. I can say who we got. We don't have to.
Nah, just keep it.
Be vague then. We were having trouble choosing for somebody because they are a person that, like, they're just really hard to buy for because they don't really like stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody spends their time watching TV, all power to them, but then it does mean that it's hard to get them a gift that is meaningful to them. And maybe not all gifts have to be meaningful, but it's easy to, for instance, for me to buy for you or you to buy for me, generally, because we both have a myriad of things we like. And for your parents to buy stuff for us because they don't know as much, they just buy the stuff for the dogs, and we're happy with that, right? Because we've got we've got them, and Beef is currently sat between Sam's legs, getting big face strokes.
Sat right on my foot. Well, kind of a counterpoint to that as well is that we're kind of losing the whimsy and magic growing up. Is apparently people aren't anymore. So there was.
Well, people our age are less so than ever.
There was a kind of very clickbaity headline about millennials that never grow up, right? Which is people our age, obviously millennials being slightly older, that are the toy industry is...
That's Beef knocking the camera.
is subsidized by a massive proportion of millennials these days.
Well, think of card games because that's what we play.
Well,
Pokemon,
it's
Magic,
like,
D&D,
exactly
it's all
Pokemon,
adults.
the whole lot. But then you consider Well, okay, one of the examples I used in this headline was fucking Lego. You know what a recent Lego set was announced? The USS Enterprise D from a series that came out in 1987.
Yeah, kids aren't getting that.
Kids aren't buying a 300 quid set of Star Trek Lego bricks from the 80s, my guy.
No.
Like, Lego has grown with its audience.
I think that's one of the things that...
You could argue video games have as well, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Kids can't afford that shit.
No, they get it at Christmas. That's why, I genuinely think that's why, stuff like Among Us and Pete were so popular. Not just because they were good, like, friend swap games for adults, but kids can afford them. So kids can afford to, like...
Fortnite.
There's so, Fortnite, and then what's it called? Roblox. Kids play Roblox because it's free.
Sorry, this is so off topic at this point. I'm still trying to keep it tied into the email with the whole people not actually growing up after all. So you don't have to, right? You don't have to.
I don't think you should feel like ashamed of the things you're interested in.
Absolutely not. You don't have to stop being the person you are because you feel like you have to.
Yeah, and sometimes it feels like you don't have time for those things. But like even when I was in my old job and I was half dead, I still. Sometimes you need to give yourself joy even when you don't want to.
So what I was going to say, to tie it back into that email. Oh no, have I forgotten? Oh no. Yes, that was it. I was going to complain about kids' toys. Just because we got on the subject briefly.
You got to talk about gacha.
Everything
is gachapon.
Is a bloody blind bag, a mystery box. Like, we don't go to, like, toy shops. Actually, we did
We
the
do
other
go
day,
to toy shops.
bizarrely
Because
enough.
we went to the Lego section.
But, like, walking through, like, a supermarket, like a Tesco or a Sainsbury's that might have a little toy section, it's
like 80% gacha.
It's like, sure, we grew up in the generation where it's Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but there were I feel like there were a lot of memorable toys from back then as well.
Yeah.
But then you walk through these kids aisles and it's like, well, granted we haven't got a kid, I haven't got a finger on the pulse here, but it's like blind bags and those Lego things that we saw.
Oh, those really cool Lego balls.
It's like you could get one of these random 8 Lego sets,
and
for example.
one of the sets was clearly for kids and the other was for adults.
And then you bought, it's like Italian brain rot blind bags,
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's blind bags, Minecraft blind bags. Everything is gambling for kids. And it's like, I wonder how much of that is parents being like, I'm not buying you that shit because I bought you one last time and you got a duplicate and you got upset. Or I bought you one, or you got 6 of the same type, you know?
Yeah.
It was like my parents didn't ever want to buy me Yu-Gi-Oh cards because they didn't see the point of it. They didn't understand.
they didn't
They're
get
like,
that.
you've already got loads of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Then the game
'cause,
evolved,
yeah.
yeah.
The parents don't understand. You've got so many already. You've got a box full. It's like, yeah, but they're the
old
the
ones.
shit ones. And you don't get it. But anyway, yes. I wonder if that's part of it. But yeah, don't grow up. That's my official. Just don't bother. Just take the punches as they come. Don't grow up. Live your best life. Fuck the haters.
You're so right, King.
Speaking of haters, we've got an email from someone. I'm joking, that's totally unrelated to this email. Sorry, I'm not calling anyone out here. Good afternoon. The top third of my collapsible umbrella has recently decided it no longer wishes to be acquainted with the rest of the umbrella, and thus I find myself in need of a new one. Would you recommend another collapsible umbrella which might potentially break in the same way, or with a full stick umbrella, which would be more annoying to carry around on a daily basis? Thank you for taking the time to consider my question. Kind regards. Listen.
Hannah sent that in on October 16th, so she's been getting piss wet through this whole month.
Piss wet through, waiting for us to get back to it.
I'm sorry, Hannah.
Sorry that we have taken this long to get back to you in the storms. Well, I don't know where you live.
No, she could live like here. I mean, it's been pissing
Sahara,
it down recently.
You know? I don't know.
That'd be pretty funny.
So, listen, I think the simple answer and the stubborn answer is fuck umbrellas. Don't fall for this trap.
Yeah, to be honest, in the UK, but I don't know which country you're from. In the UK, often you just don't use an umbrella.
The only
You just
people who
put
own
on a hood.
umbrellas are above the age of 80.
Yeah, because there's just no point, because they always break, because the wind.
Yeah.
So I gave up on big umbrella, and I just wear stuff with a hood.
Big umbrella are trying to tether you down.
Big umbrella are trying to tether you down. Wear a hood.
I've got to make some complaints about umbrellas as well. They take up loads of room on the path, right? And as a taller individual, you always get a bunch of short kings stood there at 5'10" with their umbrellas flopping up, poking my damn eyes out. It's like either grow or put your umbrella away. Sorry to say it, if you're below 6 foot, you don't get an umbrella.
It's also really
It's
annoying.
dangerous.
Whenever we used to share an umbrella, it was awful because I'm so short and you're so tall.
Exactly.
Your shoulder's always wet, and I'm always so low down that the rain's hitting me anyway
Or
because
I
it's
hold
too
the
high
umbrella
up.
and yeah.
Yeah, it's a flawed system. The camera's wobbling.
It's because
so
of beef.
much.
She's
Bree's getting really big strokes. She doesn't
really
want to
here for the. Oh, Bree, Bree, mate. Could you maybe move your bum?
She's saying no.
Excuse me. Thank you.
She laid there. She was like, no, thank you.
Dickhead. Carefully. Replace camera. Okay, there you go. We're back.
I say get rid of big umbrella, wear a hood.
Exactly.
What are they called? A cagoule. What are they in?
Cagoule.
The plastic
Poncho.
poncho. There we
A
go.
poncho, a cagoule, a mac,
Yes.
Get
something waterproof.
something waterproof.
And just live in that.
I bought some really nice waterproof hiking boots, and
You
that was a very good investment
purchase.
for when
We walk the dogs and it gets really
walk
wet.
the dogs through muddy fields.
And then I was like, I really don't want to not change my shoes, but I should because I have driving shoes.
You need to buy some boots to keep in the car.
I do need to buy some boots to keep in the car, but I just deal with the wet feet.
Okay, the next topic. Honestly, we've got a striking theme throughout this entire email section.
Okay.
People struggling to be adults.
Okay. Sure.
Here's the
I'm
next
interested
one.
to know.
So buying an umbrella should be a basic task, but we've got morons emailing in and waiting a month before they can decide. We've got morons upset that they have to grow up. Okay, just deal with it. Just shut up. Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Buy that house. So, and we got Dexter Feldo being his own worst enemy. Shello, Elise and Sam.
Hi.
I'm Rodrigo, and I've watched your content for a while now, only to discover the Elise and Sam channel. Well, today, I found it lovely. It's so organic and real. It's a really nice change to how YouTube is nowadays. Either way, here's my problem. I'm a writer. Well, I'm an aspiring one at that. I struggle with keeping consistency. For example, there are some days where I go batshit wild with writing, and others I can't even write with a gun pointed to my head. I don't know what to do, really. I tried to keep a schedule and it doesn't work. I also tried environmental writing. I went to the woods and tried writing there. I tried working with AIs, which I didn't like, so I don't know what to do. I'm scared I might be creatively blocked, and since you're a creator yourself, I thought you could shed some light on how you deal with content creation. I'll quit yapping, by the way. If something sounds off, it's because my first language isn't English. You're 100% fine.
Yeah, you were totally fine.
Thank you for being funny and entertaining. Have a great one. A big hug from Portugal. Shout out to
Hey,
Portugal.
shout out to Portugal.
I really love pastel de nata,
Yeah, he really does.
which are a delicious dessert.
They're really good.
It's just a custard tart with like a creme brulee style burnt top. They're delicious.
I wonder what it was. I had a Portuguese lemon cake the other day, but because they'd called it Portuguese lemon cake, so I don't know what its real name was, so I don't know how to find it.
To answer your question, for me, it's pure momentum. If I take a day off, it's a lot harder to start the next day. If I'm trying to start a series, it can be even harder because then I think, well, I should do this and I should do that and it keeps going forever. I find that pure momentum is the right way to do it, but I don't know if that applies to writing, because I feel like there are times with writing, if you're doing like a big narrative, let's say Game of Thrones, for example, you can't just write. There's so many mechanics and moving parts that there would be a lot of planning and going back and rewriting. I think the issue with writing in particular is it can be really hard to get a finished result that you're happy with, because not only does it take a tremendously long time, you're going to be constantly second-guessing yourself.
You're going to be growing as you do the work as well.
By the time you finished writing it, you're probably going to want to redo the beginning.
I will say that this sort of executive dysfunction is something that's quite relatable to me. There's a couple of ways you can kind of get around it. If you've got like a mental block, I can't speak on how to help you creatively, but I can help you like kind of maybe get around the block. And that is, often you want to procrastinate and get other stuff done. I would genuinely, because something about procrastinating, it like hurts your brain, because you don't want to procrastinate, but you do. And when you've got something you need to do, it weighs on your mind forever. I would make sure that you get all of the little things you can get done. Like, do it all in one day. Don't even think about writing. Get everything that you think you need to do done. Get your washing done, like clean your floors, whatever. Get it all done so you don't feel like you should be doing that instead. And that might give you that freedom at that point to just go.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I find that the best way to work on a creative task is to have a much bigger task that you're putting off.
See, that's the thing. Like, that's how procrastination works, right?
You don't want to. Given that this is like purely a creative endeavor, I presume this isn't for a job, and I presume this isn't for anything other than your own skill and.
What I was gonna consider was do a different project for a minute.
Yeah, I mean you could do that. Yeah, that also works fine. See, my advice would have been go and work in a different room, go write in a different room, because that for me helps.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you've already tried that, I suppose it's maybe more of a. I would have 3 or 4 books on the go at once.
It's
And bounce back and forth.
Rather than having 3 or 4 books, maybe have short stories in a book. Like, so you've got small things that you're working on, and then once those have gotten halfway through, you might get art block on that, creative block on that, and then suddenly you have a flood of inspiration for your other one. I wouldn't overload yourself, but it might give you the space to do your creative juices elsewhere.
That works for me.
And if you don't like what you've done after a certain amount of time, delete your art.
Don't put bad work behind bad, or don't put good work after bad, because otherwise it's just like if something's feels wrong from the beginning and continually feels wrong no matter how much more work you put into it, you just need to bin it.
Delete your art, yeah.
You just need to sack it off.
You can keep it in the back burner so that you have a log of what you've done. Don't work on it anymore. If it's fucking you that much,
Totally agree.
delete your art. Don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Move on, and it might help you to, because you'll have grown from whatever you've done before anyway.
Like, let's say, for example, someone did a RimWorld series about animals on a planet that just ended up being worse and worse and worse. What you need to do is you need to find a natural way to end that as soon as possible, rather than trying to reboot it and restart it and fixing it. So maybe cut it off around 14 or so episodes rather than doing a full month's worth, because otherwise it'll drive you mad. But that's where having multiple projects also helps as well. Because if I had to sit there and only think about Animal Planet series, which was not going well, it would have driven me a little bit mental.
Yeah.
So that definitely needed to go in the bin. So that's why I think having lots of different projects also helps as well.
Yeah, I think that I'm actually not upset by the stuff we've given. I hope that helps. Also, yeah, we just kind of talk. We're just ourselves more or less in this series. It's just what we do.
Well, sometimes.
I am. I don't give a fuck.
This is an email from someone on. Oh, this is the aproning of Elise on, and they've clarified.
They've explained what aproning of Elise. Thank you. I asked Sam what that meant.
This is Baseball Justin 5, because
Hi,
I didn't
Baseball
know
Justin.
the reference either. It's been nearly 5 years since I started subbing to the Roll and D2 Games channel.
That's
Patreon/coffee. So specifically a paid follower. I'm also the one who submitted the D&D themed magic box, as well as while dealing with the shithouse/YouTube shenanigans that got Sam so drunk he put an apron on Elise. I was laughing hysterically. I must have put...
Oh my god.
You remember that Elder Scrolls cookbook we bought? It came with an apron.
Either that one or the Fallout apron.
I must have put that on you in a drunken fury in one of the episodes.
I guess so.
Glad to see you're doing well. What's the best way to motivate yourself?
Oh, we just talked about that, I guess.
I didn't intend on theming all these emails, but like I said, I've come to the realization that it's very similar. Since I have to deal with all the bullshit that's the comment section during RimWorld, and Elise of Blueberry Witch fame, which has always been a fun dynamic, has to deal with Elise and Sam people, and also Sam, at least you seem to enjoy yourselves while dealing with the cesspool of the internet. Purchaser of the cream pie tank top baseball Justin.
Oh my god, I still have my cream pie shirt, bro. Cream pie gang.
And you've got the one you bought from the spring tea.
Oh, comedy.
So,
this is the sexy episode.
Oh, it's a sexy episode.
Sexy
exactly.
episode.
There's nothing sexier than a crusty cream pied shirt.
Yep, exactly.
How do you motivate yourself? Well,
You motivate yourself through
pure momentum.
yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I find pure momentum is really just all the money helps, but mainly
being able to live. Yeah, it does help.
if I stop, eventually the money would dry up, and that would be the end of me. So that definitely helps. But I mean, what I should have mentioned for the last one as well. The last question, so we'll tie this all together because it works really well, is that the big reason I did YouTube in the first place was I had no delusions of turning it into a full-time, full-playing job for half a decade. The whole reason I did it is because I was playing games, and like, for example, Crusader Kings or RimWorld, and if some shit went wrong, I'd reload, or I'd turn on dev mode and fix it.
Well, you were also getting kind of sweaty, as I recall. Like, I think when you're...
CK2, it's like I knew it inside out.
Yeah, and
it's
you was
like,
boring the way you were playing.
When you're playing a single-player game that gives you objectively better and worse choices, I think it's really hard sometimes to motivate yourself to take the worst choice, right? So, for me at least, a big part of doing YouTube was just the fun of it, just purely that I wanted to change something that I'd started to get kind of bored of, but to explore it in a new way. So that also maybe applies to the writing question as well, because you could throw yourself into a different genre, or start writing romance, dirty, filthy, steamy romance.
Omegaverse.
Or, if you do write romance, write horror. You know, do something weird and fun and tacky that you never intended doing anything with, you never know. You might find your place with it. And that's the same thing. Like, how do I motivate myself? Well, firstly, it's my job. Secondly, I think the main motivator for me personally is letting everybody down if I don't do what I'm supposed to do. A, because people pay. B, because people have grown to accept
guilt
it
is a
as
motivator,
part of their schedule, you know. Loads of people say how they watch every day and blah, blah, blah. So
see, for me, guilt is like a paralyzer. It's awful. It's terrible paradox to be in, because it's like you really feel guilty that you're not doing it, but then you just don't do it. You don't know why.
I do it for myself. You should do things for yourself.
I agree.
Like for me, as a kid growing up, I had a horrible school life. People were arseholes. I mean, I was the fat nerdy kid, so I bought it on myself. And then when I went home...
I'm not saying that to you.
I'm allowed to victim blame myself. I bought it on myself. I was weird. I was the kid that nobody liked. So, you know, I went through the ringer at school, and then I got home, and sometimes went through the ringer at home as well. So for me, I would load up YouTube and watch all these other
Me too.
people and vloggers.
I was
and
exactly
weird
the same.
shit,
Bullied
and
kid.
I'd play games.
Bad
and
home.
And you know what? If I can be that background noise for someone else, hey, maybe it's very selfish, but there you go, small child. I hope that distracts you for another day of real life.
Genuinely, I remember when I was a kid, that obviously YouTube's landscape was a little bit different back then, but like I did spend so much of my free time. I think that's why people get into anime, genuinely. It's like that escapism that like allows you to...
Anime, D&D,
feel
role-playing games.
Feel normal, I
Right.
suppose. And when people say that they watch the show and they feel like they've got like friends in the room, and that's how it feels to watch us, I get it. Because that's kind of how I used to feel watching some vlogs when I was a kid and stuff like that. Because it can be really lonely, especially if you're not a person that, like, well, let's say, wasn't popular like us. And I think that's the reason why you're so good at this, though, is because you were always... I think YouTube was your expression, your self-expression as a kid. It was, though. Oh, wow. You started doing YouTube videos when you were like 11.
This is the sad child inside me trying to claw my way out.
Speak to your inner child right now,
Samuel. So true. Oh my god.
No, there's genuinely a video. I don't think you'll be able to find it anymore.
Don't.
Oh, it's so funny.
I don't even want to consider. Yes, but every kid uploaded YouTube video. All the channels are gone. They're deleted. They're gone forever.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reason I wouldn't even be careful to talk about it is because I wouldn't give a fuck. But it was with other people. I did those videos. We were kids at the time.
Like they were
11.
Like prepubescent children.
But I don't know if they would want to.
They want to be. I wouldn't name them.
I wouldn't. I'm sure some weird website has archived, was just scraping YouTube from years ago, whatever. But yeah, there's nothing.
I think that video had like 8 views. I'm sorry to say.
No one has ever seen it. But
YouTube was always kind of like. I think that's the thing with passion. Passion can be a great motivator at the start, but then it has to become a habit. Like, it sounds weird, but like the only reason that I have even a semi-regular sleep schedule is because I have 2 dogs and they need me to live.
You know what you need then?
A baby.
A baby.
Oh, a lovely
baby. A little baby child.
Oh.
Maybe that's where your true calling
Mabel
in life
is my baby. I don't need
Maybe
another.
you would be a beautiful mother.
No.
I wouldn't do that because then I can't buy magic cards.
I mean, we buy the magic cards for the baby.
No, fuck that.
We genuinely...
They can fight me for them. Go away.
Genuinely, we were joking about this in the shop the other day. We were like, we're going to have a baby so we can have another person for the pod in magic. But no plans for that. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I do think that habit is better, but it's making that habit, like, stick, I suppose.
Well, on the subject, beautiful, again, fantastic segue here. Hi, Elise and Sam. I have a major issue. I hope you guys can speak about it. I love Rimworld, but I'm a new mum and don't want my baby to get in the way of video games and brain rot so early. She's only 1 year old, but I miss Rimworld. I'm a sad loser idiot, and the only thing that brings me dopamine is playing Rimworld. How can I feed my Rimworld addiction without neglecting my baby, letting her watch video games, or my husband thinking I'm irresponsible? Thanks, Rixie. P.S. Where Rim? Okay. As a qualified person to speak on the subject of parenting, I think, I honestly, have you considered just letting the child play Rimworld and maybe subscribing to my channel?
And maybe making their own channel.
I do a lot of really kid-friendly content. So I think, like, for example, last episode where there was a gorilla orgy, I think a 1-year-old would really resonate with the content that I put out. I think, in all honesty, memes aside, I'm not a parent. I've got no skin in the game, literally. I think I kind of agree. I wouldn't want my kids to watch any YouTube at the end. I mean,
No,
I think
neither would I.
the problem is we're also a little inside baseball, right?
We know what the internet is.
If my job was plumber, I might not be so au fait on why letting a kid watch YouTube is a horrendous idea. Even, like, parents might be like, well, I don't let them watch main YouTube, they watch YouTube Kids. And then
YouTube, we know YouTube Kid is not
total
safe.
brain rot, like, way worse.
Not safe.
Like, attention span destroying, actual psychology-backed studies from top universities saying that this will rot your children's brain. Engineered to keep their attention as strongly as possible to make them money, right? I totally agree with you. I think I'm not a parent, but I can't argue with raw, hard data. And the data says kids are losing their fucking mind. Attention spans are in the toilet. TikTok is rotting all our brains, along with the microplastics. Don't let your kids go near plastic either.
I do think that on the playing games for yourself stuff.
Yeah.
I, as a kid, have memories of my mum. The only computer that we had that wasn't my dad's was in my bedroom because I had like key stage. Oh god, I don't key stage 1. What was it? It's like for little babies learning how to type and stuff on a family computer. So they put it in my room because they wanted me to know how to use computers. And my mum used to come in when I was in bed at 8 p.m. because I was already asleep, and she would play Civilization on the computer. And genuinely, like, when your child is asleep, if they are happy, they are provided for.
Steal some time.
Take some time for yourself. Play RimWorld.
You have to.
You do.
Otherwise
Like
you go mad.
we just said, don't lose your whimsy. Do things that you enjoy.
Hell yeah.
I think that it's funny. I think it's funny, and it's a nice anecdote that my mum used to run into my room and play Civ at night.
Well, you saying that brings up an interesting point, though. What about games that aren't brain rot, that are perhaps educational? I played a lot.
Like Typing of the Dead.
Let me not. I wouldn't give a 1-year-old Typing of the Dead. Type faster! The zombie's gonna eat you, you stupid child! But I mean, like, I played a lot of games as a kid that I guess you would consider, like games that were, what's the word I'm looking for? Indirectly educational.
Yes.
Your Age of Empires. Your Age of Mythologies.
See, I was thinking of...
Civilization is another good one.
I was thinking of, like, specifically education-based games. Like, there was so many... Well, I don't know if your school did this, but, like, when I got into secondary, and when I was about year 10, because they weren't quite hip to computers yet, until I was in year 10, and they had, like, this online maths thing you could do, and they'd do, like... You'd
cool
be like maths games, but like actually, stuff like that. I think is it's a good way to teach. Somebody actually messaged the Patreon a while ago and asked for advice on how their child could learn to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the response essentially ended up being like, teach your child essential computer skills.
Yeah.
Teach them how to touch type.
Basic keyboard controls.
I said keyboard. Yeah. I said to you keyboard commands because I don't think most adults know all the keyboard commands that you can use. Like they might know Control C, Control V, but I didn't learn like Control A or like Control X until I was older and later in life.
That's another thing to discuss. We've got 5 minutes here, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
We've got a timer today because A, we're going to run out of space, and B, my phone was flat. But
yeah,
that's another thing I was going to mention was like another kind of study-backed thing is there's a bell curve of generations for computer literacy.
Oh yeah, ours is like the
smack
highest.
in the middle of like the highest of proficiency, and then it tapers off super fast because computers stopped becoming a tool and started becoming a commercialized commodity that was simplified down to the...
They became life rather than...
Right.
Because like you were the tech person in your house.
Right.
Your sister is like around 8 years younger than you, I think.
Yeah. 9, yeah.
She knows nothing about computers. She knows very basic things.
More than more than people of that age.
Yes.
Because of me, I think.
And because she's a big gamer.
Right,
which does help. But if she wasn't a gamer, because bear in mind, she once got a Russian Bitcoin miner on her PC.
Cheats. Downloading overwatchcheats.exe and then, my PC's running really slow. Can you figure it out? I said open Control Alt Delete, and right at the top was some Cyrillic Bitcoin miner hammering the CPU.
And Sam genuinely, it was so hard to get that off her PC.
Oh, I just factory reset it, yeah.
Yeah, she ended up, obviously, we after that, she learned, don't get rid of Windows Defender.
Don't trust the internet.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, that was it. I had to turn off Windows Defender for my Overwatch tool. Idiot.
But like that's the sort of thing that she learned that, and she has not done it since.
But I learned that the hard way when I was like 6.
Yeah.
RuneScape cheats.
Ironically, this is going to sound crazy. My first ever virus that I remember getting was downloading Bloodlines.
Yeah.
I was trying to download Bloodlines and I was scammed.
Game cracks back in the day when you needed a CD. I had loads of CDs of games. The CDs would get lost, they get scratched, they get damaged. So you downloaded crack to make it so you could play it without needing the CD, right? No CD patches and shit like that, hotfix and blah. But yeah, like that was a classic kind of good early lesson in life to not suddenly. Maybe that's why I'm so distrustful of everyone. Oh my god.
You are a really distrustful person.
It's not that I'm distrustful. I just think
you're disillusioned.
I think people have a track record of being terrible.
You know what? I actually wrote this down,
Uh-huh.
but I'm gonna give it to you. So there was a Reddit thread, and
You've got a minute.
Reddit thread. You can either take 10 million, give it to a random person, and they get the option to give you half of it.
Right.
Or you get 500k straight up.
Okay. So I have a really simple answer to this. 500k is
A life-changing amount of money.
well, I was actually about to say not a life-changing amount of money because I can't retire on 500k. What
True.
it would do, it would pay the mortgage off, and then I wouldn't have to work for 10 years at most if we survived on very bare minimum.
It would be great though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough that I would risk the extra money with the prisoner's dilemma because that is a life-changing amount of money where I would never have to work again.
See,
That's generational wealth versus I don't have to work for 10 years.
See, this I am from the opposite perspective of like 500k would get rid of so many issues for almost every normal person.
Right, of course.
And I don't trust humanity enough. But if somebody gave me the 10 million, I would give them half back. No questions asked. If somebody said like, I've given you 10 mil, could you give me the half of it back? I'd be like, yes. Like, it is something that I think is a interesting moral dilemma to have, because I really do believe that most people would split it. But
I don't think they would.
But I just don't want to risk that.
I really do not think they would. I think that's naive. Here's what we'll do. I'll press the one button, you press the other. Then we're guaranteed 500k minimum. And maybe the person that I'm gambling on...
yeah, if that was the case, then yeah, of course I would. But yeah, if I got that 10 mil, I would definitely give the 5 back. But I would take the 500k.
I don't know, man. I think
I don't have enough trust in humanity.
I'd gamble the 10 mil. And I'm not the not trustworthy one. Okay, we've got 11 seconds.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for the gifts. Gareth will keep on the set for a while. We'll try to chill to you next time. Thank you for joining us. And as like I always say, make mine a double. The video is ending. Fuck off now. The video is ending. Fuck off now. Go outside, Matthew, and Dale too. And little Scoot. You fucking...
Poo.
Poo. Nice, nailed it. Right, fucking turn it off.
Okay.